fellow Force users and fellow superheroes. What is up? It's Jasmine, the AhsokaTanoFan, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. So guys, it's time for another episode of She-Hulk. I was reading some of your comments regarding the first episode, and it seems like a lot of you enjoyed it. I think it's a great start to the series so far. I do like that we are getting to see her origin story right off the bat, how she got her powers. I like the chemistry between her and Bruce. There's a good amount of humor as well. If I would say what I'm kind of hoping for more of though, going forward, it would definitely be for the show to get a little more serious as well. Maybe the situation can become a little bit more dire. I kind of want to start seeing those villains now. We did see one at the end of last episode, Titania, and some of you guys were talking about her as well. We're supposed to still see the Abomination. I was reading some of your more critical comments as well of the series, and I think that you guys made some fair points, some good points. One of you had talked about how you kind of felt like the Hulk in recent movies as well as in this TV show has been, portrayed not as strong as he used to be. He has quite a past, and I think it's fair to say that at some point maybe we wouldn't mind seeing a little bit of that Hulk again. We kind of saw a little bit of that in Ragnarok and the Avengers movies. We saw how fearful Natasha was around the Hulk. That fear that she felt, I do think we should feel at some point again with the Hulk, and just to kind of be reminded of just how terrifying he can be. And I think that all feeds into what I was saying before with regards to me wanting the show to be a little bit more serious going forward. But we'll see, because She-Hulk is also supposed to be comical. So I don't mind the comedy, but I kind of would like it to be a little more serious as well, kind of a perfect balance of both if possible. I was also reading what some of you were saying regarding She-Hulk and the whole female empowerment scenes. Now, I think that you guys made some good points. I know one of your comments was talking about how you didn't really like how dismissive Jen seemed towards Bruce, and I kind of tend to agree with that. If you look back to that, or if you think back to that scene, she was speaking about how she has more experience controlling her anger, and you can maybe argue that the way she was speaking during that scene and the way she was speaking towards him was maybe dismissive of what he went through, the abuse he endured, and all the struggles that he had to overcome. You could argue that, especially the fact that they are family, she could have been a little bit more understanding and empathetic towards Bruce. She's talking about how she doesn't like men explaining her own area of expertise to her, but yet when it came to Bruce, she was kind of almost explaining his own area of expertise to him, because he obviously has so much experience being the Hulk. He's been the Hulk for years, and she's just new to this, but she's kind of acting like she's got the hang of it and doesn't really need his guidance, sort of thing. So that's a fair point. You could say it's a little bit ironic there. She might kind of be doing the same thing to Bruce that she accuses men of doing to her. What I would like to see them do with this character Jen is maybe have her have a little bit of a rocky start. Maybe don't make her seem like she's got the hang of it right away and as having no issues with it. Maybe kind of have her be a little bit ambitious, and then something happens where she does mess up, and then she kind of realizes that she needs Bruce. I think that would help not only to further strengthen their relationship, but I think it also make Jen a little bit more relatable, because everybody has their moments when they do mess up, where they maybe are a little bit overconfident, and it's kind of nice to see someone go through that and then overcome that and then become the great version of themselves that they're supposed to be. I feel like Ahsoka's story is very much similar to that in the Clone Wars. She started off very ambitious, very overconfident, kind of cocky sometimes, and she got herself into some trouble. She messed up. She really took those mistakes to heart. She learned from them, and then look what she ends up growing into. Speaking more to the female empowerment stuff, I do want to say also, I wonder if the post-credit scene of the last episode might have been a little bit ironic. In the show, they do talk about issues such as catcalling, for instance, and just kind of, how women are sexualized, that sort of thing. But then in that post-credit scene, she does proceed to sexualize Captain America. And a part of me kind of wonders if the genders were reversed in that scene, would it have been more controversial? Now, to be fair, when it comes to catcalling, especially how it was portrayed in the last episode, there can be an element of danger attributed to it. She was kind of by herself and these men were talking to her. Whereas obviously when she's talking about Captain America to her cousin, there's no element of danger there, right? But still, I would argue that if someone were talking about her the way she was talking about Captain America in that scene, it would definitely be more controversial. A little bit of a double standard there, perhaps. But aside from that stuff, I still think it's an enjoyable start so far. And I'm definitely looking forward to this episode as well and seeing what it has in store for us. And I want to see how she navigates the world, given that everybody knows her identity. Anyways, I think I've talked long enough and speculated. Time to smash into the episode and see what's in store for us.
Being a superhero is not appealing to me. And I never have to be a Hulk.
She spoke too soon.
Sketches show a stunning scene from the Metropolitan Courthouse today where superpowered influencer Titania caused panic while
Deputy District Attorney Jennifer Walters
How's that for a headline?
turned into a Hulk, like a chick Hulk. A She-Hulk? Exactly.
That's for somebody called She-Hulk, which can't possibly be what they're calling me. Lady Hulk, Girl Hulk, She-Hulk. Come on, just give them what they want.
I'm with the friend. Just enjoy it, girl. She kind of broke the fourth wall again there, looking at us. That is too funny. Oh my gosh. Her friend is loving it.
I can't even exist without being a derivative of the Hulk. That's a pretty dumb name, too.
It's not that serious, girl. Just because you were the second Hulk, that's why.
Nepotism. You knew it.
Oh, take a lap, Dennis.
There's a hot chick over there. I'm gonna go talk to it.
Talk to it? What?
That is for billionaires and narcissists. Maternity leave, a pension. Are they even paid?
The things she thinks about. Just enjoy your powers, girl. She just does it like that. Damn. Oh my god. Wait, is she really drunk now? Yeah. That's what it is.
I'm listening.
GOK had declared a mistrial because you, as your She-Hulk,
That is not what I call it.
KNH argued that the jury was then biased in your favor.
What was I supposed to do? Like, let them get hit in the face with a desk?
Sorry,
Oh, I'm sorry too, boss.
Is she fired?
to let you go. Well, this makes you a liability for the DA's office.
Yeah, actually, I was gonna say.
Wait, you're firing me?
I was gonna say, how is she gonna manage that? Because every person on her case is gonna want to is gonna be biased towards her, right? Because she's She-Hulk.
Hire a lawyer who's such a big distraction in court.
We're not prepared to offer you the
Oh, that actually sucks. That really sucks. That girl's a good friend.
No. What? Fired again?
Wait,
Please,
is her phone
come with me. Can't.
lock screen picture Captain America's ass? I feel like it was. I'm gonna have to definitely rewatch that part.
Getting fired, I already told everyone, so it won't be awkward.
Oh my gosh. Everyone's gonna bring it up. Watch.
You're fired. Chad. Said bring it up.
I said don't bring it up. You're all right, Chad. Employed and promoted, right?
Why are they being so rude, man?
Wants to be a superhero, and I told him that my daughter was a superhero. He gave him your number so that he could call.
Oh my god.
So back to Hawkeye.
Don't kill me. I feel like I've seen that lady before. I think it's her, the one who's her mom. Was that the same lady that worked for the FBI in Ozark?
How you doing, kiddo?
I'm okay.
No, she's not.
But I'm okay with not being okay. I hate that it got revealed in this way, like in front of the whole world.
Yeah, it's pretty messed up because he can't go back from that.
Maybe I should have just let those people get smushed by that desk.
Sweetheart.
It does feel like a weight has been lifted. But there's like this new weight.
Maybe she was looking at the world too black and white.
Thanks, Pedro.
Miss Walter?
I've seen this guy before too. Wasn't he in
Yeah?
Cobra Kai or something?
Holloway?
He's like the cashier.
I'd like to offer you
This guy, who's he?
You got me fired, now you want to hire me.
to be head of a new division, yes.
I accept.
I truly do not care who your paralegal is.
Yes.
Awesome. She didn't even need an interview, nothing. Maybe she doesn't need to be at the forefront, like on the floor. debating cases. Maybe she could be what he's saying, like the head of whatever division. Oh, same girl. I do that too sometimes. Oh, she looks so cute. She looks so eager. Wait, what is her job gonna be? What if it's not what she thinks?
I'll expect you to be at work and in court as the She-Hulk.
Oh.
Normal person.
Oh. She doesn't like that. Everyone's looking at her.
This way, please.
Ah ha ha ha.
God, is this why they hired me? This sucks.
Oh, breaking the fourth wall again. Oh, so her suit, I was gonna say.
What do you think?
That's why it looked kind of big on her, I think, because she did it so she could stretch into it.
Agnostic. I'll spend the rest of the year worrying about what I just said.
At least to get your own office, girl. Bigger than the other one.
Big ass windows. Yes.
I love her friend. She's always so positive.
A desk.
I'm also in the Superhuman long division.
Oh,
I've seen this guy before.
I made you guys a welcome basket.
Why is it not clicking where I've seen him?
Map to the best path for both.
Oh my god, don't kill me.
Your first case is the parole of Emil Blonsky.
Oh, it's gonna be a difficult case.
Abomination, Mr. Blonsky has been serving a sentence in an ultra-high security prison.
Oh, she doesn't want him out.
Man tried to kill my cousin Bruce.
Yeah, that's quite all right. Mr. Blonsky,
Oh my gosh.
if you don't take the case, then you don't have a job here.
Oh my gosh. That kind of sucks. Man, it must be so hard for her deciding what to wear.
Although we have taken every precaution, we cannot guarantee your safety. Do you accept these conditions?
Yes.
Damn. Literally risking her life for this
In
job.
the event of injury or death, please indicate who we should notify.
It's that bad, huh?
Damn, it's crazy.
Completely transformed myself, physically, also spiritually.
I'm not buying this.
Let's talk about the elephant in the room, shall we? Your cousin,
Yeah.
the Hulk,
My cousin Bruce.
tried to kill him. I was under direct orders from your government.
The serum the government gave you caused your subsequent actions?
I was a highly decorated soldier.
Giving her something to think about.
I thought I was the good guy.
He looks a little emotional.
Your cousin is held up as some kind of hero, and I'm locked up in here. Where's the justice in that, Jane?
Oh shit.
I have various haikus that I've written.
Oh my god. Haikus. Those are, like, that's a type of poem, right?
I just want to move on with my life. Think you can help?
Yeah, I'll think about it.
That's interesting. I wonder if she's gonna talk to Bruce about it at all. I love how he has her saved as fuzzball.
Hey Jen, what's up?
Listen, I got a new job.
Hey, congratulations. That's
You haven't heard everything yet.
I have to take on Emil Blonsky as a client. And you're always saying that, everybody deserves a second chance.
Oh, she's not letting him talk.
But none of that matters.
Oh god, Jen.
Don't feel comfortable with it.
I think you're calling me to tell me you're taking the job.
Taking the job, yes.
Actually, Blonsky wrote me a really heartfelt haiku.
The haiku.
That fight was so many years ago, I'm a completely different person now. Literally. What'd they end up naming you anyway?
She-Hulk?
He's laughing.
I love that. That's got a nice ring to it. She-Hulk, attorney at law.
Hey, and there it is. They say the title of the series.
You coming to LA anytime soon?
Probably not for a minute. I got some things I gotta take care of.
Is he in space? Oh my gosh!
Phone call over, I guess.
Wow, that was the same ship that they crashed into, right? I think one of you mentioned that it was from Thor. So maybe he is going back to that planet from Ragnarok.
This means you're taking Blonsky's case.
Absolutely.
What's the catch?
Take a look at the news right now.
Yes.
Uh-oh.
An underground fight club after having somehow escaped from prison.
That sucks.
Wait. So he just escaped like that? Oh my gosh, wait. I knew it. I knew there was a post-credit scene. Oh, she's helping her on the house. Oh my god. That is so cute. Oh, I love that. So that was a fun episode. It was like a shorter one, but we still got to see a lot. So first of all, the Abomination. It was so cool to see him again because obviously the last time we saw him was from Ed Norton's The Incredible Hulk from back in 2008. So that was pretty cool. We knew it was only a matter of time before we'd see him again. And it looked like at the end there, he escaped from prison and was in some underground fight club. So that scene was actually kind of funny, her reaction to it. She's like, oh, that sucks. Yeah, it's like, what now? Just another obstacle she has to deal with. I don't know how he escaped from prison, but their prison guards definitely kind of warned that there was no way to guarantee her safety and whatnot. So maybe he must have found some loophole, if you will, in the security system that allowed him to escape. Maybe it was an inside job. Maybe her boss set her up somehow. I don't know. He could have set her up to take the case and then had him broken out of prison. If we talk about that scene between him and Jen in the prison cell, he really revealed some stuff there. Because obviously in Ed Norton's Hulk film, we're definitely meant to see him as the villain. But here we kind of see him a little bit more as a victim, although by the end there it looks like he's kind of back to villain. But he did talk about how the government is the one who hired him to take out the Hulk, and then when that failed, the government ended up vilifying him and then painting Hulk to be the hero. You never really know who's the true hero and who's the true villain. It's not as black and white as we might think. There's a lot of gray area to it. Everybody kind of has a story and a reason as to why they do what they do. You weren't sure whether to look at him as a villain or as a victim in that case. I like when the MCU does this, when they kind of offer different perspectives to their villains and they don't just make it so black and white, like this person's bad, this person's good. They kind of always have everybody have a story. You know, Zemo was kind of like that. Even Wanda is kind of like that. You know, is she a villain or a hero? She's kind of been both. Anyways, that was just a really telling scene. And then obviously also tells you that the government is often involved in these kinds of things. They can do a good job at painting someone as a villain and then turning you against that villain. But then later they can make you into the villain. They could definitely kind of turn their back on you. And it sounds like that's what they did to Abomination. So I'm curious to see what his role is going to be going forward. And if we're going to see the same terrifying Abomination from Ed Norton's Hulk, or if they're going to tone it down a little bit. Because we have talked a little bit about the tone of the series and it is kind of lighthearted so far. Are they going to push the envelope a little bit? Either way, I think what he was saying about him being changed might not be entirely true given how the episode ended. And then a little bit more about Jen this episode. I had mentioned in the beginning of the video that I kind of wanted her to have a little bit of a struggle to kind of make her more relatable on a human level. I don't necessarily like when characters just start off perfect at everything and then not making any mistakes. It's more relatable to see them go through some obstacles and see how they overcome those obstacles. That's what makes you really root for them. And you saw a little bit of that this episode with Jen being fired and then having difficulty getting a new job again. That was something I did wonder, because how are you going to be She-Hulk like that and a lawyer? Because obviously any case you're assigned to, people are going to assume that if you win it, you won it because you were She-Hulk. We saw the consequences of that for her, and I think it kind of made the situation very real to her. You can't necessarily have it all. Like, it is a struggle trying to be a superhero, but also trying to live this normal life. You could tell that she's not used to the She-Hulk fame and everything that lifestyle brings her. You could tell she still wants to be Jen. You know, she kind of hesitates going into the bar at the beginning of the episode. She hesitates accepting the name of She-Hulk. Even when Abomination was talking about the Hulk, she corrected him and said, "You mean Bruce." Like, she definitely seems like she wants to kind of focus on the human side, you know, not so much the superhero side. And so now she's got this job where she's able to kind of be a mixture of both She-Hulk and Jen, but she's seeing that it's not going to come as easy as she thinks. Like, she kind of doesn't really have so much say in the matter. Before, she had more freedom to decide who she wanted to defend and what case she wanted to pick up. Now it sounds like her boss is kind of the one that is going to force her to take on certain clients. In fact, you can argue that her new superhero lifestyle is both empowering to her. She is able, like she said, lift that weight off her shoulders and reveal herself as this powerful person. But at the same time, like she also said, there's a new weight that's been added. Now she has to balance it. Now she has to deal with people not wanting to hire her because she might be a liability. But my hope for Jen is that going forward, she develops a more broader perspective, because I do feel like up until this point, she's looked at everything as very like matter of fact, almost in a legal way. No, I can't be a superhero. I have to be a lawyer. This is my job. This is my career. I don't want to do this. Do they have maternity leave? Do they have pension? And she's thinking just straight as a lawyer. She's got this whole alter ego to deal with now. And so I think that that's going to help her look at the world differently, not just through a black and white and legal lens. I think that it will kind of help to broaden her perspective to what the real world is like. And I think it's going to open her eyes to some of the corruption as well, because look at what she's having to do. She's having to defend not the best clients just to keep her job. And often that can be how it starts too. People have to kind of make deals or do certain things that they're not comfortable with just to survive. And then sometimes people, when they start down that road, they keep going down that road. The next thing you know, they can end up becoming one of those more corrupt individuals that they always stood up against. So the world is very complicated that way. I think that She-Hulk might be surprised at where this journey takes her and some of the things that she sees, working in this field. Also, I'm wondering where Hulk is off to, because he was in that same ship that was shown last episode, the one that they had, that caused the car accident, or caused them to get into a car accident, I should say. And one of you mentioned that that was the same ship from Thor. I wonder if he is going back to that same planet. The planet is escaping me, but the one from Ragnarok. He's definitely going somewhere Thor related, I feel. So I am wondering what he's up to and how it's gonna relate to the main storyline. And does that mean that we are gonna get a cameo soon? Who knows? But yeah, guys, overall, that was a fun episode. Like I said, it was a little bit shorter, but it did show us a good amount as well. So I am looking forward to what's in the next one. You guys let me know what you thought, as always, down below in the comments. And don't forget to leave a like and subscribe. I will see you next week for the next episode of She-Hulk. Oh, and I'll also see you for the next episode of House of the Dragon as well, if any of you guys are watching that. I just released my first episode reaction and review video for that as well. Until next time, guys, take care and see you soon.